be carrying me in between, right? All right. Ready? The thumbs up. Yeah. Here we go. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one.
Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Say, woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Walking and talking with my mind
Stay
on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. I said walking and talking with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah.
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 Singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. Hey, singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. I said singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah.
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 How did we wake up? We woke up this morning with our mind. I said, stay on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind. Stay on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind. Stay on spirit. Hallelujah.
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 All right. Woo! Good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Let's give some love to our musicians, yes? I normally say to our band, yes, but as you see, we are a few short today, so just extra love and so grateful for Lauren Dechtenberg on keys and vocals and reading. Heather Marsh-Prelsnick stepping in this morning, also on vocals. And just a shout out to our music director, Joe Shanquina, and to John Dittert on drums, and to Justin Norris, who was supposed to be here on vocal, sending them love and healing energy, yes? So it's been one of those weeks where almost every day I get another text, all the way up till this morning, of someone else. Unfortunately, it seems like COVID's on the uptick, so masks are optional, and we are here, and we are healthy, and we are proceeding, and luckily we have so much talent in our community that we can just put it together like that when needed, yes? So, Ahava is the Hebrew word for love, and we gather every Sunday knowing that love is
Always the answer.
You got it. I am Reverend Rainbow, so grateful to get to serve as your spiritual director and welcome you here this morning. So whether you are in person or online, thank you for joining us today. We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community, so whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, know that you are absolutely welcome here. Yes? Yes. If you're joining on live stream today, we got to get the energy up, right? That's right. If you're joining on live stream, please say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from today. Make sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button, and let folks know where the love is at. Even if you're in the room, we invite you to take out your phones, check in, take pictures. Just remember to turn your volume down first, because if you go to post, often, they start playing things right away, and it is what it is, but you might want to save yourself a little embarrassment. So if you are here for the first time, we especially welcome you today, knowing that your presence here makes a difference. We come together as these various energies that swirl and create this now moment of community. So you being here adds to that, and we are so grateful for that. When you arrived, you may have received a flower and a little connection card. If you didn't, one of our our core council members can get that to you now. But if you're here for the first time, will you please just raise your hand or stand if you're comfortable? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, so Heather and Colleen will bring you a little connection card, and if you fill that out, you can bring it to the bookstore after service, and we have a little gift bag of goodies for you. So we also want to take a moment just to thank all of our volunteers, each of you who give your time, talent, and treasure to create this community. So if you are one of our volunteers, give yourself a pat on the back, and everyone else, let's give them some love. And now is the moment where we get to recognize and remember that truly we are one. And so I invite you to take a moment, maybe with your hands over your heart, to turn to someone maybe you don't even know, and say, thank you for being a reflection of me. And we have a fabulous vision and purpose here at Ahava, so I invite you to repeat after me. We are an inclusive community.
We are an inclusive community.
Committed to global transformation.
Committed to global transformation.
Through personal evolution.
Through personal evolution.
We're not up to just a little something here, y'all. We're up to something big. We're talking global transformation. I just want that to really land, right? And our purpose, let's say that together, wake up, step up, and make a difference. That's right, and that's how we bring that vision to life. So today's affirmation, I will affirm and then invite you to all affirm with me. Curiosity is my superpower. Curiosity is my superpower. Yes. Love the enthusiasm. So I invite you now to take a deep breath. As we move into our centering song, and our opening prayer this morning will be led by spiritual practitioner Patty Cooper.
In this place, my soul is free from the light within. I see all the joy, all the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. In this place, love abides. Holy light, surrender me. All the joy, all the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me.
Breathing into this moment, knowing that there is only one life, one energy, one source of everything. And today I know that one is joy. I know it as freedom. I know it as peace and so much more. Knowing that this is the truth of the one, I know absolutely that it is the truth of me and it is the truth of each person hearing my voice right now. And I know absolutely that we are blessed. And so I bless this service. I bless our musicians. I bless our beloved minister, Reverend Rainbow, and all the hands and hearts that come together and make this service so meaningful and joyful. And I let it be by saying, and so it is.
All the joy, all the peace. Carry me, carry me, carry me, oh, carry me. Today's reading is entitled Liminality by Carrie Newcomer. So much of what we know lives just below the surface. Half of a tree spreads out beneath our feet, living simultaneously in two worlds, each half informing and nurturing the whole. A tree is either and neither, but mostly both. I am drawn to liminal spaces, the half-tamed and unruly patch where the forest gives way and my little garden begins, where water, air, and light overlap, becoming mist on the morning pond. And although the full moon calls the currents, and the dark moon reminds me that my best language has always emerged out of the silence, it is in the waxing and waning where I most often live. neither here nor there, but simply on the way. There are endings and beginnings, one emerging out of the other, but most days I travel in an ever-present and curious now, a betwixt and between that is almost, but not quite, the beautiful, but not yet. I've been learning to live with what is, more patient with the process, to love what is becoming, and the questions that keep returning. I am learning to trust the horizon I walk toward is an orientation, not a destination, and that I will keep catching glimpses of something great and luminous from the corner of my eye. I am learning to live where losses hold fast and grief lets loose and unravels, where a new kind of knowing can pick up the thread, where I can slide palms with a paradox and nod at the dawn as the shadows pull back and spirit meets bone. When there's no way out, there's still a way through. So don't give up whatever you do. Surrender to moments and things as they are, from the gaps in your catch-22s. When there's no way out, there's still a way through. 'Cause now's all there is, so peaceful and still. And now you don't worry about what happened or what will. 'Cause now never ends, and now's never been. And all of your answers are waiting for you here now. When your world stands tough and weighing you down, and you've had enough of this merry-go-round, and your resistance to walls you won't move, and running through old deja vus. When there's no way out, there's still a way through. 'Cause now's all there is, so peaceful and still. And now you don't worry about what happened or what will. 'Cause now never ends, and now's never been. And all of your answers are waiting for you here now. And when you don't understand how things got so far away from all you planned, and your life, it feels so hard in your fragile house of cards, turn to your cornerstone when you're tired and feel alone, to find your way through. 'Cause now is all there is, so peaceful and still. Now you don't worry about what's happened or what will, 'cause now never ends, and now's as never been, and all of your answers are waiting for you here.
Woo! Yes. Let's say we have a new dynamic duo here. It was beautiful. Oh. So this month, we are kicking off a new theme, curiosity. I'm super excited and curious how it's all going to unfold. Curiosity is one of my core values, so I'm really grateful to get to dive into this topic and the many nuances of curiosity throughout the month. You know, when you first hear the word curiosity, perhaps images of the cute little Curious George cartoon comes to mind, or maybe the phrase, curiosity killed the cat. I'll tell you, curiosity almost killed my cat this morning when she got on the counter and started to get into the cupcakes we were going to bring, right? Synonyms such as inquisitiveness, you know, asking questions. I think of the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds saying, why is this? Why is the sky blue? Why do we do this? Why is that? That endless inquisitiveness of the young child that lives within us all. Openness. Another way of looking at curiosity is being open, yes? Open to exploring things, to seeking more knowledge, and to acting on new ideas, being open. Other ideas, such as creativity or wonder or imagination, all come into play when we explore this idea of curiosity. But I really like Brené Brown's definition, which shouldn't surprise many of you because you know I'm a super fan. So Brené Brown defines curiosity as interest in a cognitive openness to engaging with a topic or experience. Curiosity is recognizing a gap in our knowledge about something that interests us and becoming emotionally and cognitively invested in closing that gap through exploration and learning. So, you know, maybe a little heady or a little wordy there, but basically it's this energy of just craving new information, right? Of learning, of exploring, not only with our mind, but as you said, it also involves our emotions. So when the two come together, we can really get curious and close that gap between what we know and what we desire to know or experience. Curiosity also relates to this idea of getting curious about our inner world, navigating the interiors of our soul, of our mind, of our spirit, noticing what motivates or drives our behavior, our reactions or responses to certain things in the world, and even deeper, really being willing and getting curious around our triggers or our wounds, and how we can better support ourselves in healing by understanding ourselves even better. So these are some of the places we're going to go this month. And, you know, you may notice every Sunday we affirm that we are committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. So I want to explain a little bit about what we mean by this idea of being committed to curiosity in that way. So to me, one aspect of it is, as Ahava, as the leadership here, we are committed to always looking at what is working and what isn't in order to be adaptable, especially in this ever-changing world, in order to provide the community what it needs moment by moment. So we remain committed to curiosity so that we can provide a safe and loving space, because that may change. What our community needs may change as we learn and grow and fill in the gap between what we know and what new information is emerging. How can we get curious to bridge that gap and create a loving space? It also invites each of us into going deeper to look at our own perceptions and judgments, fears, doubts, so that we can just notice and get curious in order to show up for one another from a more loving space, yes? So hopefully that gives you a little more groundedness when we say that word, that it's not just another word, but you can begin to affirm and embody what we mean by remaining open to curiosity, to provide a loving and safe space. And, curiosity is one of the most basic calls of life. As I mentioned, it comes at birth. We wake up, we open our eyes, and we get curious to learn and discover something new, as everything from birth is a new experience. And so this idea lives within all of us, and yet beyond that childlike curiosity and wonder, if we choose to cultivate and to harness this idea of curiosity throughout our life, it can really be a superpower. So the theme this month is curiosity as a superpower. When we choose to be open to explore this great mystery of life by stepping into the unknown and living a life of curiosity, we open ourselves to even more possibilities, tapping into this infinite field of pure potentiality. Even though it may be a little uncomfortable, we are willing to dive in and to explore. Dr. Ernest Holmes is the founder of the Science of Mind teaching, which is our core teaching here at Ahava. And he says, in flashes of illumination, the inspired have seen into the very center of reality, and have brought back with them a distinct impression of what they have seen and felt. A glimpse of this reality illumines the whole being with a flood of light. In moments of deepest realization, the great mystics have sensed the one life flowing through all, and that all are some part of that life. I love the invitation for us each to look within and to be our own mystic, to experience those flashes of illumination, of discovery, and then bring something new into the world. As I said last week, we are here not for you to follow some guru or have some teacher that is going to tell you exactly what to do. No, we are here to awaken within you your own power and potential, to discover what life is all about for yourself. And we're here to guide and provide, tools and practices and inspiration and moments like the music that open our hearts to guide us along this way. But Ernest Holmes lets us know and reminds us that truly we are all mystics, that divine revelation is possible through each of us. Not just one teacher. There may be several great examples, but that potential lives within all of us. So this month, we are going to get to look below the surface, to look within, to unleash the amazing gifts and potential that lives within each of us, that as we embrace this idea of curiosity, they begin to be revealed, and then we can lean into the wonderment of living each and every day with this heightened awareness, being open and curious to see what ignites that passion within each of us. Moving from complacency, right, of just it is what it is, like, status quo, moving from that kind of sleepwalking way through life to an awakened life, that which inspires through our own creativity and curiosity and wonderment a greater yet to be. You here for it? All right, well then let's dive in. Today we are going to look beneath the surface to that unseen mystery of life. And for some, this may feel exciting, but for most of us, the unknown elicits fear, yes? Which is very understandable, but it doesn't mean it's not worth exploring. So we are going to breathe and embody curiosity and the courage to move into this unknown space in order to kind of rest and listen in that liminal space between who we are and what we're experiencing right now, and listen for what is to come and who we are becoming. And it's hard when we want to know all the answers, to have the plan clearly laid out. It's hard to rest in that just kind of letting go of all of what has been and what our thoughts of the future may be, and just listening, embodying the unknown for a moment, however long that moment is, until that flash of illumination comes and leads us to move forward into something by taking inspired action through a passion or an idea that is birthed within us. So what I know is that we live in a limitless universe, and we only experience the limitation in life based on our own beliefs and perceptions, our own fears and doubts and judgments. That is what prevents us from following this path of curiosity into the unknown. And these beliefs, if we were to just look at the circumstances of the world and put more faith and trust into what we see in the world around us, it would tell us that the world is a very scary place. It would tell us that the world is full of divisiveness and hate and conflict. It would tell us that we have to somehow figure it out ourselves and just walk the path alone. But we are here for something different. We are here to lean into the trust and faith of the knowingness of the divine that lives within each of us, of God, spirit, life, the universe, whatever word works for you, knowing that we are always supported by and supplied with anything we desire by leaning into and trusting the universe. Allowing spirit within us to be right at our side, hand in hand, leading and guiding us. So let's get curious as to how our life could be different if we began to listen more to that voice of spirit instead of the outpicturing of the world. Because what we know, one of the core teachings here is that the world out there is simply a reflection of our consciousness. And not just our individual consciousness, but our collective consciousness. So what we see is an outpicturing of the thoughts and the ideas and the beliefs held in the one mind of all beings that is showing up as all of this mess. But the beauty in learning that and discovering that is that we, in this now moment, are always at choice. And we can turn it around collectively by individually doing our own spiritual work. To remember the truth that life is love, life is peace, life is wholeness, life is beauty, life is harmony. So the more we embody these qualities and notice and get curious about these qualities in life and put our focus on the beauty and the good and not just those sensational things that the news thinks is worthy of telling the story because it makes more money, because it plays on that baseline part of our brain that wants chaos and drama, right? So we have to break free of that and show up as something new and different if we want to experience something different in the world. And we're at a time where a lot is shifting, a lot is stirring, and we might not know exactly what's to come on the other side as we begin to challenge the systems and the structures that we have always, at least in our lifetime, these structures that we have lived in, as we begin to challenge them to get curious about, like, well, why do we do it this way? Why is our financial system, our education system run this way? And to look at, and who does it benefit? And then to choose, something new. And to know it is possible. It is possible to build a world with systems and structures that lift up and raise all bodies, all beings, equally. But sometimes you got to tear it all down and rebuild. And we're kind of, what I see, in that crumbling stage, but yet not knowing what's next. It's really hard for the majority of the people to let go because it's all we know. But the more of us who are willing to let the crumble happen and sit in the unknown for a moment and listen to what is wanting to be rebuilt, the more of us that embrace this curiosity, it will happen. We will let go. We will see transformation in our lifetime in order to allow our bigger vision of centers for spiritual living to be embodied, which is a world that works for everybody. So this time is much like the caterpillar's transformation to a butterfly. We're all very familiar with this beautiful metaphor that nature provides us. So the caterpillar, she doesn't enter the chrysalis just to make a few small adjustments, like, I'm going to choose to create this chrysalis, and then maybe I'll come out with, a new antenna. It's not like we are walking into our closet and changing our clothes. It is a complete transformation. The body of the caterpillar is completely melted down to a primordial goo from which the butterfly is then formed, from these imaginal cells. So this primordial goo phase is when the caterpillar is no more a caterpillar, and yet it is not yet a butterfly. What it is this goo of imaginal cells. And the imaginal cells have within them the potential of what is to become. But the caterpillar doesn't know that. So we have these imaginal cells within us and within the collective consciousness of the entire universe, and within our planet. Mother Earth herself has these imaginal cells of what is to come with a divine unfoldment of life in a natural way. But it's not easy to not know. Most of us would not willingly choose to wrap ourselves up in a cocoon in order to completely dissolve our entire sense of self and being and ego for something new to emerge without signing on paper saying, well, what's on the other side? Am I guaranteed peace, prosperity, happiness, joy. Sure, I'll do it if you can guarantee that, right? We live in this world of guarantees, and what we need to, in order to experience a catapult, a whole paradigm shift, is a willingness to embrace the unknown. When our desire to know more, to become more, is stronger than our fear of the unknown, we are compelled to find a way. And we can lean into the conviction that the universe is for us. We can lean into our faith and allow our fear to be transformed into excitement and curiosity. I've shared before that fear and excitement are on the same continuum on the emotional scale. And sometimes we can dance from one end to the other, moment by moment. So as we grow and as we expand and we begin to really seek that power and that curiosity within ourselves, we can dive deeper and discover new things. And this is where new ideas will be birthed in order to build a new world that works for all. Recognizing God, life, spirit in everything. Embracing the unknown invites us into that liminal space between who we are now and who and what we are becoming. And it requires imagination. We have the power to get to shape and co-create who we are here to be and create this world through our imagination. So as we get quiet and we listen for that divine insight and that inspiration, then we get to use our imagination to begin to picture and visualize and have conversations about this new world, how we choose to experience life as a place of peace and wonder and harmony. So what is it that you want to experience, to embody, to become for yourself and the world? These are some questions that you may want to take into your own practice this week to invite in curiosity through your journaling or meditation or while you're walking, to just ask, okay, Spirit, who am I to become? What am I to embody? What is mine to do to help create this new world? And you will discover within you those imaginal cells, that wisdom that is seeking to become and to birth something brand new through you. So this week I invite you to be willing to look, to listen, to get curious, to revel in the discoveries and the beauty of the natural world all around us, and let that spark our imagination of what is possible. And then have the courage to lay aside the fear, surrender to the goo, that liminal space, not just rushing from one place to another. This is a very important stage. It's a very important season of life to not just go from one thing to the next without actually listening and pausing and surrendering and reflecting and meditating and making sure that it's not just the ego wanting to avoid discomfort going from one thing to the next. To sit in the discomfort for a bit and really make sure that we feel that illumination occur before we choose to move forward. So I invite you to stay curious as to what is seeking to emerge in, as, and through you on behalf of our entire collective consciousness. And let's see what we can create together for this community at Ahava, for Lexington, for Kentucky, for our world. Are you in? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's take it into prayer. So we begin with the breath. First, just noticing and getting curious about the fact that our heart is beating, that breath is occurring. How amazing it is. The resilience of life. And to know and to recognize that this one life, this interconnectedness, this cosmic isness of the entire universe is pure potentiality. It is love, it is peace, it is freedom, it is creativity. How good it is to notice, to have eyes to see the good, to have eyes to see that freedom and creativity and life is my birthright, that abundance is my birthright. Freedom is flowing in, as, and through me right here, right now. So I know and recognize that if this is true for one, it is true for all. And therefore, from this place of oneness, I speak this word on behalf of myself and our entire community and anyone who is hearing the sound of my voice right here, right now. That we are birthing a new world. A world based on freedom and creativity and joy, peace and beauty and harmony and equity. A world that honors all life. That something within us knows. So I know right here, right now, that I powerfully step forward into that space of the unknown. That I allow myself the breath to rest in the mystery of life, to listen to that voice of spirit for what is stirring within me, for what is mine to do to support and create this new world. So I know that a healing, a shift, transformation is happening now. That we are waking up, we are integrating all that we have experienced and embodying all that we desire to be, do, and become in this world. And it is with great gratitude for the fulfillment of this prayer that I release it into the action of the law that always says, yes, 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 my beloved, it is done. And it is so. And together we say, and so it is. Yes.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Rest in God and say amen.
So I invite you now to turn to someone and say, I am willing to rest in the unknown. And that's all it takes is a little willingness, yes? A little willingness. And maybe we are willing to be willing. Start where you're at, yes? You got to start somewhere. However many willings you need to put on there, it's a place to start. All right, so now we get to move into our time of conscious giving. There are several ways that you can give online as well. You can go to our website, ahavacenter.net, and there's a giving tab there. You can also text the word give to 859-209-6996. And we're going to pass the basket in the room as well. So I invite you to repeat after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava, knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Love gives me everything I need. Love gives me everything I need.
That's right. All right. We have some amazing ways to gather as a community outside of Sunday mornings coming up. The next one is going to be our fall equinox potluck and celebration at the Isons. Nancy Ison is here today. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to Nancy. There's an online form where you can register, and then that will provide you all the details you need to know on where to go. But it's going to be on their land, and it's going to be a beautiful, amazing way to gather, and it's all on donation basis to support Ahava. So that is September 23rd, Saturday evening, celebrating the fall equinox. And then, let's see, our next event, this is fun. We're going to be doing an event called Free Space. That is Drag Bingo, and it is hosted by our very own Corabelle. So yes, Corabelle's here today. Thank you, Corabelle. And Corabelle has brought in some other community partners, so it's really going to be a community event. Family-friendly, come play bingo, and there's no cost for entry. Bingo cards are only $1, and we're going to have some fun prizes as well. And we're going to have the Open Doors Counseling Center's Rainbow Closet here as well, where it is a gender-affirming clothing closet for free. So if you know folks in your life that perhaps it is a struggle to go shopping in a store because you might be afraid of judging which department you are shopping in because everything is so gendered, we have a space where you can come and shop and try on things that affirm your gender expression with no fear of judgment and no cost. Pretty cool, I say, yes? So that is October 6th. Get out your calendars. I'm not done yet, y'all. We have October 6th. Yes. And then the next Friday night is our blues concert. We did this last year. If you were here, give some love for that blues concert. Wasn't that fun? So they are back again. It's Joe Chinqueen, our music director, DJ Rice, and I'm forgetting the other name of the drummer, but they'll be back, and it is a show. It is very entertaining and amazing musicians. So that is also a fundraiser for Ahava Friday night, October 13th. You can get tickets at the door or online in advance. We have a couple classes coming up. Oh, before I get to that, I did want to notice, because I'm not sure if we updated the slide, but Lisa Wood's solo play, Thread and Bone. We've rescheduled. We just pushed it back a month, and it is now going to be October 26th, I believe. I don't have that on here. Is it up there? No. Okay. So it's a Friday night. 27th. I think. Yes, it's the end of October, so you got some time. Just know that it was going to be the end of September. It's now end of October. I'll get all the details to you. Another one of those changes this week. We get to flow with life. So these are all wonderful, fun events to get together. Bring in friends and family that might not want to, check out a Sunday, but they love theater, they love music, they love fun things. Come, money goes to Ahava. Classes. We are starting a class in October on Sundays, directly following service, studying this book, The Prosperous Life. And it's called The Prosperous Life Journal because, as you see, every day is a teaching and then a place to reflect. It is filled with amazing wisdom, and this is the second edition. It is updated and has a great conversation in the beginning about how to look at prosperity from a new way, not just personal prosperity, but with understanding, like I talked about earlier, the systems at play, that how we can approach things a little differently. So I'm really excited. This class on Sundays, there's 5 weeks because there's 5 Sundays in October. And for those of you who have been around for a while, you will know, but the newer folks don't know, that we take the month of October to talk about prosperity and abundance. We will share a little bit more about Ahava's financials and how you can help support our vision and what we're up to. And we're really focusing on supporting you in your own life, experiencing more prosperity and abundance. So this book is available for sale in the bookstore. You can see Nancy today and go ahead and get started with that if you like to do a little pre-homework. And then we are having a class called Ahava 101. We've had a lot of new folks in, so you may be wondering, what exactly is Ahava? Are they affiliated with some other organization? What do they teach? What do they believe? All of those questions will be answered, as well as how you can get more involved. And if you choose to actually become an official member, this is your first step. It is Ahava 101 on a Thursday night, October 19th and 26th. That is a no-cost opportunity to come hang out with me and some other leaders and to find out more about Ahava. Our ongoing events are grief support. Yes, it will be. Most of these events, well, not like the play and stuff, so let me clarify. The classes will be hybrid. So the Sunday class after service and the Ahava 101 will have an in-person, and we have a really nice setup for a hybrid experience where a big screen, we can see you online, you can see us because we have this technology that has a panoramic camera with a smart microphone when people talk and it zooms in on them. So we have a really great hybrid experience for our classes. All right. Grief support the first Saturday of the month online, Way of Mastery study group Tuesday nights in person, and starting back the first of the month in October, we are bringing back meditation and metaphysical discussion on Wednesday nights, but we're just doing it once a month for a while. So that will be starting the first Wednesday in October. I know, y'all, that was a lot. Alois, come on up and tell us something fun that we can take home with us today.
So just for the fun of it, the garden's coming in like gangbusters, and we have an abundance of produce coming out of our garden. And in the past, I've always...
Sorry. Come in. Come on your right.
didn't know I needed this. So
well,
anyway,
the online folks, they just sit there like, I don't know what she's saying.
Oh, well,
they want to hear you.
Do this and breathe a little bit. Anyway, our garden has come in, and in the past, what we've done, I've always taken it down to the local produce auction, and I've actually gotten rid of it that way. That classifies this as a farm, and that's why I did that. This year, what I would like to do is, as our produce comes in, I'm going to have a little sign out here. It is organic, no pesticide, no herbicides whatsoever. You might find a little bug bite here and there, but guess what? That's part of life. And there's a little can there. It's for donations only. So whatever you get, please put it in the can, because that's 100% coming back to Ahava.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you, Alois. And
Just one more little quickies, just to kind of give you some idea. There's a boatload of bell peppers in there, multicolors. I just came from Trader Joe's early this morning. Those boatload of bell peppers, 3 of them were like $5+, and it's like, really? So anyway, enjoy.
thank you, Alois. Yes. Woo. Yes. So support your local organic farmers like we heard about last week, and a way to do that and also support Ahava is bringing home some organic produce today. So let us now turn it back to our music duo for another featured song. Oh, just Lauren. Just Lauren. Give him the love.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see in your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. There's no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly want to be. You will find in your mind there's a world of your imagination. No more fun place to be than in your imagination. You can dream any dream. You can savor every situation. Life in there's a sensational sensation. If you want to see magic lands, close your eyes and you will see one. Wanna be a dreamer? Be one. Anytime you please, and please save me one. There is no place to go to compare with your imagination. So go there to be free if you truly want to be.
Yes. If you need me this week, I'm going to be cocooning in my hammock, imagining and looking up at the night stars and seeing what is revealed. That song just brought me to that place of, oh, I just love it. So we have some licensed spiritual practitioners here that are here to support you with affirmative prayer. If you have something on your heart today that you want to submit a prayer request, you can do so online on our website. We have a prayer box there, and our practitioners will hold those in prayer. And today we have Patty Cooper, who is here in person if you would like prayer. They do ask that you wear a mask when you come up to receive prayer in person. And we have some in the back there, and I just ordered more. So you can get your prayer on if you choose to. In addition, our practitioners, Dr. Louise Talon and Dr. Patty Cooper, offer one-on-one spiritual coaching sessions, and you can pick up their card there to reach out to them for more information about that. So now let us stand, and we are going to affirm. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my imagination.
Life is in my imagination.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
And just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, try to make it through another day. You've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say.
Hey, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I want to thank you for being here today in person. It's nice to see everyone healthy, wealthy, and maybe a little bit wiser. Stay safe and healthy and curious this week. See you again soon. Love you. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, I'm only here for God. Woo, yes, I'm